what is the maximum number of style points you can get within a single ULTRAKILL level? The rules are as follows. The run must take place on a single level where the in-game style meter and level info is visible for the whole attempt. And we must get an S rank on time. I chose this rule set because there are simple ways to sit there and farm style endlessly, and that's not exactly fun. And on top of that, we need a level where we can view the style points, so that rules out endless levels like Cybergrind and Sandbox. With this in mind, we can begin. Looking at the ULTRAKILL wiki, the page about style contains all the style bonuses currently in the game in a neat little table. This will be our main resource for creating the theoretical max style run. But which level do we perform it on? Now, obviously we want a level with as much time as possible and as many enemies as possible. You might be thinking that the obvious choice would be P2, but no. Let's take a look at the P rank requirements for the 3 longest levels in the game. While yes, P2 does have the most lenient time requirement of them all, the total number of enemies on the map is half that of 5-3 and 1-3. This is because P2 as a gauntlet level focuses on tanky enemies as opposed to a large number of small HP enemies. I ultimately chose 1-3 primarily because the enemies don't swarm you as much in that level, so you get more opportunities to perform stylish things to individual enemies. Now, how exactly do we maximize style? For that, I'm gonna hand it off to Visquit. Please subscribe to our channel, by the way.
Hey, visquit here. Looking at the style bonus table, it seems we have a lot of options. Some are enemy specific and others are generally applicable. Let's begin with the basic ones. Parrying gives 100 points, friendly fire gives 200 to 250 points, and air slamming, interestingly, gives us 220 points. This is because as well as the 160 points we would expect to get from air slamming, we also get credit for doing a normal slam, which is an extra 60 points. For starters, killing regular melee enemies like Filth grants the most style when done via an air slam, which nets us 220 points per kill. For strays which shoot one projectile, parrying is the go-to because it grants the parry and friendly fire style bonuses, giving us a total of 350 points per kill. With enemies that shoot flurries of projectiles like the Malicious Face, it's possible to get more than one friendly fire per parry. This is because parry projectiles explode and reflect all following projectiles back into the enemy, granting us as much as 1000 points. Now, when fighting source machines, our main way to gain style will be pistol swapping at a distance. Each quick draw gives us 50 style points and does exactly a fourth of the damage of a parry, making this almost twice as effective as parrying and also much safer. For street cleaners specifically, it's best to do the following combo. This will grant us 635 style points per flamethrower boy. From drones, we gain the most style by shooting them twice with the pistol and then parrying them away after they die. This gets us a total of 240 style points. Schisms are a bit more complicated. We want to shoot them 4 times with the pistol while swapping for that quick draw bonus, and then we will pull them to us and air slam them for a total of 580 style points per schism. And finally, for Cerberus, we simply quick swap with the pistol and headshot him 11 times, giving us an insane 2,230 style points. Now there is one final enemy that we haven't mentioned, but I'll leave that one to this idiot.
Yeah, but I'll leave that one to this idiot. It's time to talk about the Hideous Mass. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near as straightforward as the other enemies we went over. For most of this fight, we'll be using pistol swapping while making sure that we're not hitting any weak points. We want to make sure we get as many quick draw bonuses as possible. Repeat this and dash away from all attacks until you reach the final phase of the fight. If we have some time left, we'll stand there and parry away projectiles until the timer hits 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Then we want to parry a projectile into the Hideous Mass and end the fight. And finally, we leave before we hit the 8-minute mark. That finally concludes all the enemies that we will meet in 1-3. However, what I showed you will not even get us a third of the maximum style points possible in this level. It's time to talk about multipliers. Starting with the movement multiplier, this is a number between 1 and 3 that goes up if you're in the air, sliding, or rocket riding. Naturally, we want this multiplier to be as high as possible because our style points are multiplied by it. So all of the previous combos will take place in the air after our movement multiplier reaches 3. Next is weapon freshness. Weapon freshness has 4 states for determining the current weapon's style point multiplier. Fresh is a 1.5 times multiplier, used is a 1 times multiplier, stale is 0.5, and dull is 0. The decrease in the multiplier is based on style actions. The more style is built up, the lower the multiplier will be. The multiplier for a gun regenerates by using other guns, or slowly over time while the gun is unequipped. To maintain high weapon freshness, we need to be switching weapons. Except if we only have one weapon. If we only have one weapon, then the style multiplier will never go below fresh. At the start of ULTRAKILL, you don't have the option to switch any weapons. All you have is the piercer revolver. And it wouldn't make sense to punish a player for using their only option, right? We're gonna exploit this to the max and use only the marksman. But wait, how will we pistol swap with a single pistol? What? Yeah, we only need a single pistol to get the quick draw style bonus as long as we use Q to redraw the pistol. Lastly, the style penalty for taking damage. Whenever you take damage, your style points are deducted by the damage you took times 5. This effectively means that we have to no-hit the entire level to get maximum style points. Oh my god. If I can get a multi-kill, that gives 50 style. It also grants friendly fire. Perfect. 2. Alright. Okay. For getting multi-kills, pays off in the end. I don't have the time for this, as we've just seen. We're not going to be able to complete the fight if we don't go. Okay, I should be pairing them away for now, because we have 2 minutes left. If this is painstaking to watch, I know I'm the one playing. Alright. Now we parry. That's 740. Parry everything away. Come on. Then we parry back into it. Oh, no, don't do this to me right now. Okay. You know, we could have gotten a bit more style if I didn't get caught by that hook. But this is definitely better. Better than before. We got 81,000. Theoretically, I know more is possible, but it's just so hard to perform. Wait a second, Spark. Why is your S blue? That means you use major assist. Yes, I did. Because I'm not insane. I enabled the cheat that reduces incoming damage, and I set it to completely nullify damage. Yes, that is technically cheating, but if you think that's unfair for a challenge this technically complicated, I urge you to try it on your own and then come back to me. This wasn't even the first attempt. There were 2 more before this that failed, each lasting more than 8 full minutes. This is by no means an easy challenge, but for the sake of being as close as possible to that maximum style number, I had to not lose style points to damage. I believe that 100,000 is probably possible by legitimate means, but I am not skilled enough to do that myself. But hey, I gave you the strat. I leave that to the rest of you. Thank you all so much for watching, and a big shout out to visquit for collaborating with me. From here on out, I might be posting a lot less than usual. I just started college for computer science, and it takes a lot of time and energy to keep up with. But I promise I won't leave you guys hanging for too long. Until next time, bye bye.